I am a believer that what we are doing here is truly best educational practices, so it's good for all students. The students who tend to really excel are the students who like to get messy, who like to get hands-on, who are okay with a little bit of flexibility, who can do independent work, who are able to do work sitting in a bunk bed or lying on the floor or, well, building with graham crackers.
It's more creative learning, and at other schools you kind of have to think inside the box. But out here you can kind of think outside the box.
We do follow, our set curriculum, but with a creative twist. What's really great is how we integrate all of the different subjects. So for right now, we are doing art integration with my 4-5s, where they're learning about poetry, stanzas, author's purpose, along with art.
Pearly white soft snow on the side and these crystal blue trees coming right over.
The Middleburg Library, they do little plays and be able to get to learn anything about books. During math, we don't focus on one subject, we mix everything together. So I would say our school isn't that normal. Our math teacher is really cool. She teaches us a lot of stuff too.
I met the principal at the time, Barb, at a restaurant in Washington, D.C., super informal, and I was like, this is the strangest job interview I've ever been to. And I remember thinking, I don't know, should I take this job? Everything about this was a little different. It was advertised differently, we interviewed at a restaurant, so I wasn't sure. The only thing I think about is oh my gosh, what if I hadn't done it? I would be miserable right now. I can't imagine teaching anywhere else. When teachers think about a utopia as a professional, you have so much freedom. Yesterday I noticed a lot of them were struggling with subtraction with regrouping. So I was like, you know what? Today we're gonna do a subtraction with regrouping boot camp. And we're gonna have a bunch of projects all about subtraction and regrouping, and that's what we're gonna do all day today. And I can just make that decision, whereas a lot of other schools, you have this textbook you have to follow, and you have to do certain chapters on certain weeks, and here it's just if you do what's right for the kids, it doesn't really matter.
We have leadership things, we can be the leaders at the school when we do other stuff that's really fun.
Fifth graders, they can become safety patrols, and then they help get everyone to follow the rules and respect others, themselves, and property. We get trained by Chief AJ, and so that we can be better at keeping people safe and get better leadership skills.
Something we get is some parents have come and complained and said, do you guys actually even do work? My kids are so happy. Do they just play all day? And kind of the example I give is at home, right? You do homework in flexible ways. So if you're trying to teach your kids something, you probably don't say, go sit at that desk, don't move, I will bring you one worksheet. You're probably having them lay down on the couch. You're probably using Cheerios to model addition. So the way that kids learn best is what we try to do here.
My favorite subject is math because we get to do a lot of fun stuff. We don't have to just have a sheet of paper and write stuff down. We get to do activities with partners and stuff.
Although our curriculum is very different as far as the approach, it is based on the Virginia SOLs. So the students are still getting what they need that is required by the state. But here at MCCS, because we do teach it so differently, the kids are really prepared and confident for the SOLs. And so far, we've seen great results because of that.
Our youngest kids have access to all of the things that our older kids have access to. So they have specials, they have daily physical activity, they have art, they have dance, they have music. Do a lot of hands-on, project-based learning type of activities, which is kind of unique to be able to do with your kindergarten and first graders.
I think it's cool that we have our own orchestra that we can run for student government, which I think that's really cool.
Another great thing we have here at MCCS is our SCA, which is the Student Council Association. They're really responsible for bringing the community aspect to the students. So far this year, they've had hurricane relief They're doing Toys for Tots drive. They've done some canned food drives.
So we have a whole building outside dedicated to the integration of science, technology, engineering, arts, and math into our curriculum. So we have a teacher, in fact 2 teachers here at Middleburg, that's their job, is to make sure that our curriculum comes alive with lots of hands-on opportunities. And we have a whole building that kids like AEW can come to every day and have these cool experiences.
A lot of questions we get is how the kids are prepared for 6th grade. For instance, I just teach reading and social studies, and my co-teacher will teach math and science. So they're already used to carrying their stuff, going back and forth between the 2 classes and knowing the periods that they need to go. So that's already helping them getting ready for the transition. We also are trying to work to make them self-sufficient and responsible for their work, their homework, and making sure that all the responsibility falls on them, because they are in the 4th and the 5th grade. And so far we've seen really great results from that as well.
The thing that matters most is how they feel about their learning. And that's what we really tried to build here as a family. And we're so small and so tight-knit that we have the opportunity to really make it a family and make it feel like home for these kids.